Thank you. I'm reading from a book called Two More Pints. As the title suggests, it's a follow-up to a book called Two Pints. And it, in turn, the book, it was almost an accident because I wrote these short pieces for Facebook. And someone suggested, a poetry publisher suggested that he'd love to publish them almost as a poetry book because of the rhythm of them. So I thought, yeah, that's a nice idea, but my own publisher, who I've been working with since 1987, he read them and he said, no, we'll publish them. So it was a happy accident in a way. It was never my intention to have them published as a book. But I write these pieces when, first, if I have the time and the inclination and I'm in the right mood, and if something happens in the news or yesterday, for example, we discovered that dairy products are good for you. Hot on the heels of a couple of months ago, we found out that vegetables and fruit are bad for you. So I didn't have the inclination to write about it. It's nice because if I had a column, I'd have to do it every week, and I'd hate it very quickly. But I just do these things as I want to. Without further ado, I'm going to read. The first one starts in actually tomorrow, 2 years ago, September the 19th, 2012. I'm not reading it, but I'm going to read two parts. The yellow is the first half, the orange is the second half, if you can see that. I'm really well organised here now. So this was the 12th of December 2012. See, Kate Middleton's pregnant. Who's the dad? Ah, stop it now. She's a nice young one. Serious, who is it? I always forget. It's... fuck. I forget now myself. What's his name like? Just to be clear, she's not the one on I'm a fucking celebrity, get me Ampton Deck or a pair of twats out of here. No. Or the one with the cookery book. I don't think so, no. Grant, that narrows it down. William. What? That's who she's married to. William who? Prince William. Okay. And he's the dad, is he? Yeah, you sure? Ah, fuck off now. Did you never watch the fucking Tudors? Did you not? That's just telly. They'd get up on anything, them royals. Anyway, she's pregnant. So what? I'll lay off. I'm serious. So what? Well, it's just a bit of good news. It isn't news at all. It's only fucking gossip. Well, do you want to talk about tomorrow's fucking budget instead? It might be twins, apparently. Because of the strength of the morning sickness. Spot on, yeah. How are you feeling yourself this morning? Jesus, man. Fucking triplets. Definitely. All boys. 22nd of December 2012. Any idea what you're getting for Christmas? Bottle of the Brad Pitt stuff. What? Inevitable. What? If it works for Brad, it'll work for me. Slap a bit on after I shave and I'll be beating the women off me. Hang on, poor old Brad. Angelina's too busy with all them orphans she bought in Somalia. Was that not Madonna? There was a sale. So anyway, Brad has a shave and slaps on the inevitable and he says, I'm just going out for some milk and nappies, love. And you missed something. What? He has a beard. So? He didn't shave. It's only one of them little Three Musketeers ones. It's not aftershave. I know, they don't call it aftershave. It's not called inevitable. What? It's Chanel No. 5. I don't give a fuck what it is. Hang on. The fucking perfume. Yeah, women's perfume. Well spotted. I never fucking noticed. What's the dopey cunt doing on an ad for women's perfume? Making a few quid. For fuck's sake. She asked me what I wanted and I told her a bottle of Inevitable and she just smiled and said, grand. What did you get her? FIFA Manager 13. New Year's Eve 2012. Fiscal Cliff. He's shite. What? He's just copying the other fella. What the fuck are you talking about? The rapper. What rapper? Fiscal Cliff. There's no fucking rapper called. You're messing, you cunt. I am, yeah. It's serious, but isn't it? The Fiscal Cliff. Seems to be. How? Don't know. Spending cuts, deficits, the usual shite. America goes into recession. And so do we. What the fuck are we in at the moment? Exactly. We're already fucked. Still though, a crap end to a crap year. They're all crap. What? Every fucking year I've lived has been crap. Ah no, it's all shite. Hang on, calm down. The birth of your oldest. A great day in the middle of a fucking shite year. Your youngest. My ma died the same day. Fucking dreadful. Your wedding. I remember half an hour and the rest of the year I was hungover and out of work. Your first ride, 5 minutes. The rest of the 70s and were fucking unbearable. And the fucking 80s. I'm not listening. A waste of time, I'm telling you. As for the 90s, fuck off. Happy New Year. Fuck off. God, you're fucking miserable. 14th of January 2013. See, the new boss of the Bank of Ireland is a lighthouse keeper. He can't be any worse than the dozy cunts that have been running him up to now. True. Although, did you see the ad, did you? I did, yeah. So, you've your man arriving at the lighthouse in the pissing rain, yeah, to change the light bulb, and he manages it all right. It's comforting that, isn't it? That the new boss at the bank can change a bulb. And he turns on the light as well, don't forget. Fair enough, it's a busy day. And the voice is going, we recognise that for the last few years the waters have been particularly stormy. Unfucking believable. And this bit, that's why we want and need to renew our commitment to look out for you. You know it off by heart. I fucking do. And did you notice his bike? What? When he's inside in the lighthouse looking out for us, his bike's outside, parked against the wall like. Yeah, okay, and the fucking Egypt forgot to lock it. Did he? Anyone could fucking rob it. So it's business as usual at the Bank of Ireland. Exactly. When was the last time you ate? This is 15th of January. When was the last time you ate a burger? Jesus, I don't know. Good while back. This morning, I think. Maybe last night. Not sure. Why? Did you not see the fucking news before you came out? I did, yeah. How they found traces of horse and pig DNA in beef burgers, in Tesco's and Dunn's and so. So! Fucking so! It's all meat. But it's not fucking beef. The beef isn't beef either. I couldn't give a shite. As long as it's not slugs or maggots or eyeballs and that. You're fucking serious. As long as they taste alright, what's the fucking fuss? What about standards? It's fucking Ireland, bud. Cop on. So, say, go on. You're going to say something stupid. Fuck off now and listen. Say it was human DNA. Gran, it's meat. You wouldn't mind eating human? No, but it depends. On what? What sort of a human it was? What do you mean? Not race? God, no, fuck that, no. I could never eat a Man United supporter. It'd make me fucking sick. I'm with you, or a City fan. No meeting those fuckers. Or a child. Not one of my own, no. 4th of February 2013. See, Richard III was found dead in a car park. Who? Richard III. Who was he? King of England. What happened to the fucking Queen? Before her. He was her dad. Think so, yeah. Granddad, maybe. Anyway, they found him. They took their fucking time. Yeah. I'd like to think that if I got lost, my gang would try a bit fucking harder. He was probably a bit of a cunt. Safe bet. They're all cunts. What happened to him anyway? He couldn't find his car. So he just lay down and fucking died. Well, like, if you're used to people doing everything for you, fuck off. I'm only messing. He was in a fight, swords and all. The car park was in fucking swords. No, the fight. There were swords. He was brutally hacked, according to the English guards. How did they know it was him? He must have been there for ages. His DNA. What about it? It was 45% horse. Well, then he was definitely one of the British royal family. Science is incredible, isn't it? Brilliant. 27th of February 2013. See, they found traces of greyhound DNA in the horse meat. I'm actually reading the wrong one. 10th of February. What's wrong? I stuck €20 on a horse and it lost. No, it won. What? Listen, my cousin texts me yesterday. Stick a few quid on Paddy's boy band in the 4 o'clock at Leopardstown. So I do, and he wins. The horse. Yes, the fucking horse. So, I go into Paddy Powers just now, and the young one at the hatch tells me he's disqualified. He failed the fucking test. Doping? No. DNA. They found traces of horse DNA in the horse. 73%. Hang on, fuck off. The horse was only 73% horse. Yeah. But what? 27% of the horse wasn't fucking horse. Yeah. What was it? Beef. Fucking beef. Here's my theory, right? They've been putting horse DNA into the beef burgers, yeah? Okay. So there's a problem. They need to get rid of the beef they took out of the burgers to make room for the horse. Hang on. So they shove it into the horse. Shove. Inject, I'd say. Fucking hell. How can a horse that's more than a quarter cow win a fucking race? We've been underestimating cows for years. Are you fucking having me on? Are you? Yeah. 3rd of March, 2013. See, the French bird says there's good news on the horizon. What French bird? Your woman with the scarf, the IMA boss, the IMF boss. What's her fucking name? Madame Lagarde. That's the one. She's very happy with us. We've been very good, apparently. It's International Women's Day. Yeah, so you just called the head of the IMF the French bird. She is fucking French, unless she's just messing. What do you think the good news is? She didn't say. You can't call the head of the IM fucking F a bird. Why not? Hang on, I've sussed it. You've done it again, haven't you? What? No, fuck off. Go on, you cunt. You've fallen in love with her. Fuck off. Jesus, every time. A woman with any sort of authority and you're fucking smitten. You're talking shite. Your woman, Buto, she was gorgeous. Okay. And tragic. Yeah. But Condoleezza, she was lonely, for fuck's sake. And Hillary, she could have done better than Bill. What, you? No, fuck off. Not necessarily. Does your missus know does your missus know you're in love with half the world's politicians? She's gone. Fuck, where? Chavez's funeral. For fuck's sake. Well, she let me go to Benazir's. Fair enough. 1st of May 2013. See, they're talking about legislating for the right to an abortion in the event of your team being relegated. Fuck off, you're sick. Serious, I heard it on the radio. I think I did anyway. Fuck off. It has to be actual relegation, not just fear of relegation or the ideation of relegation. I'm not listening. And it'll have to go before a panel of 3 people. 2 doctors, an obstetrician and a psychiatrist, and one of the lads from Match of the Day. Fuck off. So I heard, if there's a genuine prospect of the team being relegated and a woman wants an abortion, the HSE will call in Alan Shearer. Fucking Shearer, or Dion Dublin. For fuck's sake. It's fucking typical. What's wrong with one of our own punters? So, if I'm right, you think it's okay for a woman to have an abortion if she gets the all clear from Brian Kerr or Kenny Cunningham? Yeah, no, fuck off. Or Lawrenson. Fuck off. Or Roy Keane. She'd listen to Roy. 10th of September 2013. See, fruit's bad for you. I always said it. All that 1 in 5 bollocksology. Fucking scientists. They're fucking idiots. How could fucking kiwis be good for you? She's fucking furious at home. She's thinking of suing. Suing who? Fucking everyone, far as I can make out. Says she suffered permanent spinal damage carrying all them bananas home from Superbad. So she's suing Africa, the country of origin, like. Africa's not a country, strictly speaking. Okay, and in fairness to the Africans, I don't think they came up with this 1 in 5 shite. They'd have different priorities, I'd say. I think what's really got her goat is the fact that she can't claim that the blackcurrant in her rum and black is one of her daily 5. She'll have to replace it with celery or broccoli or something. Vegetables are still officially healthy, are they? For the time being, I hate them. Yeah, little green crumbs. Useless. It's gas, but isn't it? how he gets suckered in. Some prick in a white coat says, if you eat all your peas, Gina Lola Bridget will sit on your face. And we fall for it. Every fucking time. 11th of September 2013. So Trap's gone. He was never here. Ah, no. That's a bit fucking harsh. I'm only stating the fact. His interpreter, Manuela Spinelli, exactly. You know the way she stood beside him, nodding at everything he said. It was kind of sexy. Fucking was. Exactly what you want in a woman. Anyway, the very first press conference, when he got the job like, he says something in Italian and she's nodding away, but you can see it in her eyes. What? Panic. Okay. Why? Because he thinks he's in Iceland. What? He thinks he's the new manager of Iceland. That he's in Copenhagen. Reykjavik. Exactly. Fuck off. I'm serious. You fuck off. Look at it on YouTube. She decides, you can see it clearly in her eyes, like. She decides not to give the game away, and she starts going on about how he's looking forward to working with the Irish lads, when he's actually saying he's a big fan of Bjork and he can't wait to see the fucking volcanoes. Fucking hell. And she's been at it ever since, basically. Jesus. Did she choose the teams as well? Someone had to. 17th of October 2013. See, Dublin is the 20th most reputable city in the world. That right? What's above us? Baghdad, Limerick, the other African one. What's it? Kajagoogoo. And Damascus. Am I right? No, you're way off. It's based on reputation. Yeah. Good reputation. Good. Yeah. I think that's the first time I've ever heard good go beside reputation. I remember this cunt of a Christian brother. This was my first day in secondary school. He grabbed me by the hair beside me ear and he said he'd heard I had a reputation. And I'll tell you, it wasn't a fucking compliment. There was nothing good about it. Stamped me for life, it did. Well, the wife even hesitated when the fucking priest asked her if she wanted me to be her lawfully wedded husband. Did she? She looked at the best man, my fucking best man, and he nodded, and then she said, I do. It was touch and go, but who was the best man? That's a different story. But these fucking poles, they're all me whole, aren't they? Hang on, what? I was your best man. No, you weren't. Were you? Think so. Look, what wedding am I remembering then? You know the way, this is more recent, 13th of January 2013. You know the way we're going to be paying for the water? Well, fair enough, it hasn't rained since this morning. And you know the way this new company, Irish Water, good name, at least it's in English. They probably paid a gang of fucking consultants to find the best way to get across the point that they're Irish and they'll be selling the water. That's the thing, bud. They've paid 50 million to consultants. But like, what is a consultant? A cunt. That all. With a jockey's bollocks. A cunt with a jockey's bollocks, basically. A fucking chancer who's happy enough to take money from a useless bunch of pricks who haven't the guts or the brains to make their own decisions and call it expertise. But you say, and they all went to the same schools, the pricks and the cunts, it's business as usual in Ireland fucking Inc. But, and it's our money. Will we have another pint? I've the money for the round, but I don't have the consultancy fee. What fucking consultancy fee? Do you expect me to answer that question on my own? Will we have another pint? It would take fucking years. Just a few more. 23rd of June. 3 pints. One'll do me. No, 3 pints is a binge. Says who? Heard it on the radio. Some fucking survey or something. That's fucking mad. I'd need 3 pints before I decide whether to go on a fucking binge or not. I worked it out earlier. I've been on a fucking binge since 1975. 3 pints 2 or 3 times a month constitutes harmful drinking. So, what? You've been drinking yourself to death for nearly 40 years, apparently. Well, you're not very fucking good at it, are you? You look grand. Thanks. I'll tell you what the problem is, and it's not the drinking. What? The drinking's grand. I did my own survey, and most Irish people are happy enough with the amount they drink. How many did you talk to? Just the one. Fair enough. The problem is, the fuckers, the doctors that do these surveys, they haven't a fucking clue what a good binge is. They've no right to use the word. It's ours. Exactly. So they can fuck off. 3 pints in a row isn't a national crisis. It's a fucking necessity. It's probably the only thing that stops us from being Swiss. And football, 25th of June. You have to admire Suarez all the same. Go on. Why? Well, if you were going to bite an Italian, Sophia Loren. She wasn't playing last night, I don't think. I didn't see her on the pitch. She was on the bench. Grand. You're Suarez. Okay. And you feel the irresistible fucking urge to bite an opponent. Okay. You go down through the Italian team sheet like a menu. Exactly. Pirlo and chips. There now. Good man. You've put your fucking finger on it. You wouldn't go for Cialini and chips. Sure you wouldn't. Too skinny. Too fucking hard. He'd knock the living fuck out of you. Pirlo wouldn't even notice if you bit him. He's too laid back and hairy. Moving on. He, Suarez like, was the same when he was deciding which of the Chelsea squad he was going to sample. He didn't go for one of the little lads, Oscar or Hazard. He bit a fucking Serb. A fucking warlord. I'm telling you. Suarez should have his own programme. On the telly like. Eat with Luis. A football celebrity cannibalism quiz with Robbie Savage and the other cunt, Jamie Redknapp. He'll do. Second half now. This one is about death. I won't bother with the dates. See, the Spacer died. What Spacer? The Sky at Night fella. Bobby Moore. Patrick Moore, that's him, yeah. Did he die? Yeah. That's a bit sad. He was good, wasn't he? Brilliant. Very English as well. How do you mean? Well, like, he'd look into his telescope and his eyebrows would go mad because he was so excited about all the fucking stars and the planets and that. And the words, they fucking poured out of him. Exactly. It was brilliant. But if he'd been Irish, he'd have just said, so what? They're only fucking stars. There's no way it would have been the longest running programme in the history of television if it had been Irish. You might be right. Think about it. Our attitude is just shite. I remember once, but he was going on about the light from stars took millions of years to reach here, and how long the light we saw might be coming from stars that were long dead. Because it took so long, like. And well, what? Maybe he died years ago, and we're only finding out about it now. See, Heffo died. Sad. Heffo's army, what? Good days. Were you one of the lads yourself back then? No, I wasn't big into the Gaelic at all. But it wasn't that. It wasn't the football. What do you mean? It was the whole Dubs thing. The pride, you know, when they started winning. We were Dubs. Exactly, we were Dubs against the rest of the country. The Culshies. The kids called them boggers. Well, they'll always be Culshies in my heart, especially the Kerry men. No argument. They're the best Culshies of the lot. I worked with a chap from Kerry. Nice enough fella, but I couldn't understand a fucking word he said. I'm pretty certain it wasn't English. Irish, maybe. Maybe, yeah. His sandwiches, right? They were so big, he'd lift it to his mouth and his whole fucking head would disappear behind him. Only his fringe, like, hanging over the edge. See, they're thinking of allowing drink driving in Kerry. Great idea. Do you think? No question. Think about it. Tourism, telly. You'd come in after a few pints and there's a programme on called Drunk Kerry Drivers, live. You'd watch it. I'd get locked just to watch it. See, the Trog died. I saw that, yeah. Reg Presley. With a name like that, he was never going to be a plumber, was he? It wasn't his real name, was it not? No, his real name was Reg Ball. You were a bit of a fan, were you? I was, yeah. I was only a kid when Wild Thing came out. It made your heart sing. That's the one. One of my brothers had the record and he left it behind when he got married, so it was always in the house. Great song. Brilliant song. Still. Could you get away with that now? What? Calling a woman a wild thing? I don't see why not. I called my missus exactly that this morning after the news. And she was grand with it. Fucking delighted. I put my arms around her. I was a bit emotional like, and I sang it to her. Nice. In the kitchen. And tell us, without invading your privacy, Did it develop into a bit of a Jack Nicholson, Jessica Lange moment on the table? Not exactly, no, but she put an extra dollop of jam into me porridge. For fuck's sake. Blackcurrant. Poor old Mandela. Yeah, he's on the way out. Do you know what, but he should never have left the Four Tops. Fuck off. Just fuck off. Okay, sorry. Okay, do you remember the time he was in town? He was getting the freedom of the city or something. Same day the Irish team came home from the World Cup, Italia 90. That's right, you were with me, yeah. Yeah, of course, with most of the kids with us. The ones that were born. Some fucking day. I had 2 of mine on my shoulders, all fucking day. I don't think I ever recovered. Great day, but brilliant, seeing him. My kids still remember it. Good to have done that, so. Gone in like. Ooh, Paul McGrath's dad. Do you remember? Brilliant. And I'm walking out of jail. Do you remember that? Amazing. The dignity, like. My cousin Dano, a mad cunt, he was up in court. Did I ever tell you this? When was this? About the same time, back then. Anyway, the judge says to him, "Why did you rob the bookies?" And Dano says back, "So I can walk out of jail like Nelson Mandela." See, Tony Soprano died. Sad that. Only a young fella really, 51, frightening a bit, isn't it? Yeah, he was fucking brilliant though, wasn't he? Amazing. The Sopranos was the first television series I watched, as an adult like. I know what you mean. The other shite was on, but I never really watched any of it. Dallas and all that. Fucking JR and Bobby and John Boy. That was the Waltons. Doesn't matter, same fucking shite. The soaps were no better. Then Tony arrived. There were times I'd be looking at his face and I'd know what he was thinking. Because he was a man. Real, yeah. One of the lads. Wouldn't go that far. Great actor, but brilliant. It's been a shite week, hasn't it? They're all shite. What else happened? Well, Michelle Obama. Going for a pint with fucking Bono. What the fuck was she at? She could have come here. Exactly. Instead, she had to listen to that prick stuttering on about global poverty and himself. Her loss. Big time. You know what's tragic about it? What? She went back to America without ever having tasted Tato. Tony would have liked Tato. Do you remember Kitty Ricketts? I fucking married her. The song, the attitude, the whole fucking shebang. The song, Stop Messing. I wrote this, by the way, for an event for Philip Chevron, who was in a great band called the Radiators from Space, and it was just a few months before he died, so he was in the audience. The song, Stop Messing, you know what I fucking mean? I do, yeah. You remember it? Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah, brilliant. There were great songs back then, great gigs as well. Yeah, the Blades, the Theatrics, the Radiators from Space. Songs about Dublin, made us proud, didn't it? Still does. The fella that wrote that one, Kitty Ricketts, Philip Chevron, yeah. There's a testimonial for him tonight. Football in the Olympia. Football in the Olympia. Fucking brilliant. The Radiators from Space versus a Republic of Ireland 11 from space. Niall Quinn up in the gods. His natural fucking habitat. Eamon Dunphy on drums. That makes sense. Philip Chevron on the left wing with his mazy runs and silky skills, slashing at his opponent's shins with his guitar. He isn't well. Yeah. You know what that means, isn't well, for men our age, like. I do, yeah. Okay. Chevron, but what sort of a name is that? It's Irish. He dropped the O. Oh, Chevron. Exactly. It means son of the unfortunate fucker who couldn't get the odds together